Hello and welcome to a new Sega News Bits. I'm your host George, and with me is the infamous Barry.
The Infinite? Oh,
yes,
Infamous.
Infinite.
Okay.
We're not even talking about Sonic Infinite right now, or Sonic Forces. Dude, I did this like 3 times in the last video too. I mean, not 3 times, but I have Infinite in the mind. That's all.
We all do.
We're gonna be talking. Well, we're gonna ask questions from people in the comments. We asked last time in our Infinite video to ask us questions, so now we have a few questions. The first one is by the Sync Planet and Ash R. What color are your eyes?
Ooh.
Barry?
Well, if you want to do fan art of me, I think you would be best to use maybe like a hazel or a brownish green. That would be me.
Mine's just brown, just plain brown, boring brown. The most boring brown you could find in the packet of the colors.
Oh, come on. What Sega character is brown?
None.
Oh.
Dark Sonic asked. That's his name.
Darth Sonic. Okay.
You guys don't seem too excited for Sonic Forces. Also, should I feel bad that I pre-ordered Forces just for the controller skin? You can answer this one, Barry.
I'm excited for it. I want to see more stages, that's all. And with the new episode Shadow News, I'm actually getting more excited because I feel like they're giving fans what they want, and what I've long wanted was for them to add characters like this that you could just play. You know, like in the classic games, you could play as, like with Sonic Mania, you can play as Tails, Knuckles, Sonic, and Tails. Why not do it here? And it looks like they're doing it.
Yeah.
And don't feel bad about the controller skin. It's cool.
Yeah, it's all right. I think it looks fine. I'm not gonna put it on, but it looks fine. Crash Slice Sonic 777 asked, "What's your guys' favorite vocal Sonic?" I guess this question's a little weird, but basically, what's our favorite vocal Sonic song?
You answer this. I have to think.
Yeah, mine's probably going to be something from like Sonic R, which is a long time ago. You know, those Do You Feel the Sunshine and that kind of stuff. I like those tracks.
Those are good ones. I think I really like, to name another Sonic R one, I like Back in Time.
Okay.
That's a good one. I also like Lazy Days in Paradise, the Big the Cat theme.
They're probably going to get mad because we're not doing any modern Sonic stuff. Any modern, like, post Dreamcast stuff that you like, vocal-wise?
That's a tough one. Man, vocal. Unleashed had something good, didn't they? Oh, I liked the Sonic Unleashed one, the one over the credits where it was like, "This is my escape, I'm running through this world."
That was pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm about to say that one because I'm not really that into the vocal tracks. I don't know. It's just me. They're not bad either, I think. Some of them are fine. I think there's some that are really like annoying, like the Bentley Jones stuff. I really did not like. But
no, me neither.
So, Sonic Adventure 2 fan 2002 asked, "What animals do you guys want your custom characters to be in Sonic Forces?" I'll answer mine real quick. I just like the bird, just the face, the resting bored face. I like it.
That's a good pick. I'm interested to see what the hedgehog is like, just because it's, Sonic's a hedgehog, so why did they give us another hedgehog? But I'm probably going to go with, like, the cat, maybe.
You like the cat?
Like a male cat. I want to do a female black cat, because it would be like my cat.
I was going to say, you're just going to make it after your cat that always meows during podcasts.
She hasn't meowed in a while, though.
Yeah, she hasn't. Actually, was going to ask you if you still had your cat.
Oh, I do. We have a much bigger house, so she finds other things to do.
Hello, SEGAbits crew, and many thanks for all the amazing content. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
My question is, how can you describe your experience working with Sega fans community, and maybe share the most memorable ones?
Ooh.
I think our most memorable, at least mine, would be talking to Tom Kalinske, because like he was the Sega of America president when the Sega Genesis launched. And I think the Sega Genesis and Sega hardware have a special place in our heart. So being able to talk to him and him answering our questions, it's kind of like weird, in the way. And I think the time we talked to the official Sega Dreamcast magazine crew was pretty cool too, because I remember growing up every day reading the Sega Dreamcast magazine and like basically going from the front of the cover to the back of the cover, and then here they are talking to us about Phantasy Star Online and stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you on that. I mean, doing all the SEGAbits Swing and Report Show interviews, it doesn't seem like we've done a lot, but I look back and I feel like we've done over 40 interviews with people, not just from, Sega itself and game creators, but people from the community, people who make fan games. It's wild to go back and think, because, some people collect autographs, and I really feel like I kind of collect interviews. Like, what's better, getting someone's name scribbled on, a book, or talking to, like, the voice of Sonic for an hour, or the former CEO of Sega, or, the guy who created Echo the Dolphin or something.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't know if I ever talked to him.
Yeah,
but I keep thinking of people I want to talk to, so that's great. And then as for the community, I really enjoyed the 2 times I hosted panels at Too Many Games, and I want to do more in the future, either at Too Many Games or at the Midwest Gaming Classic, which is actually closer to me now. And I think a memorable experience from that is the first and only time so far that I've given an autograph. That was weird.
Really?
Yeah, someone wanted me to sign their program, and I was like, oh, me? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not into that. I mean, I can see why it's weird. And as far as the whole community of Sega, I think there's some toxic fans. I think everybody knows that, but I think we haven't really experienced that. I think most people have been pretty positive with us. The only thing I really dislike is probably the elitist fans, where they square up who they think is a real Sega fan, who isn't. I'm like, you either like the games or you don't. Why is anybody going to be faking that kind of stuff? That's my opinion on that.
Yeah.
You guys think this game may take place after Sonic Chronicles? ? And then he explains about the whole story in the end. We actually did a video where it was fan theories about Sonic Forces, and this was one of them, and we kind of you laughed it off, Barry, so you could answer this one.
I don't know. Like, Sonic Chronicles, is it even canon anymore? Does Sonic Team even consider it? They're kind of elitist with these sorts of things, and if they didn't make it, I don't think they really recognize it.
I think if they made this, they would have considered it canon, but who knows nowadays? They're pulling out everything with Forces. Let's say Infinite again.
Yeah.
So you never know with this stuff, they might pull it off, and then all of a sudden they start making Sonic 4 canon. But I think it is canon, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Okay, all right. Do you guys think there's going to be a sequel to Mania and Forces?
Let's answer the Mania one first. I think there should be a sequel to Mania. I think it was, it's critically acclaimed. Has it sold well, do you think, George?
I think we don't know the numbers because it's digital, but the PC version seems to be I thought it was going to do more. But I think there's a lot of problems with the PC thing. It was 2 weeks late. It has that whole DRM fiasco. I think it sold a lot better on console. I think a lot of people that waited, they didn't want to wait for the PC version, so they switched and got the console version.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm hoping it sold a lot, and I hope it does have a sequel too. But I think Sonic Team lately hasn't really been doing sequels. We didn't see a sequel for Colors. We didn't see a sequel for Unleashed. We didn't see a sequel for Generations or Lost World.
Yeah. Yeah, I think with this, though, they need to turn because, Sonic Boom has failed as a game, as a spin-off game. Sonic 4 has failed as a side series of 2D games. The 3DS games are kind of dead for Sonic, so now it's just console games. And so I would really like to see 2D Sonic, 2D Classic Sonic be its own series, and Sonic, 3D Sonic be its own series. And so, yeah, I'd love to see Mania 2. I hope they greenlight it soon, because that team is going to start working on other projects, and, it's going to be very difficult to get everyone back together. As for Forces, we're going to have to wait and see. I don't think there will be a Forces 2. As you mentioned, Sega hasn't done direct sequels in a long time, and to be honest, I think it will probably just be Sonic some other word, but it'll still carry on, the ideas. What I'm interested in seeing, and this is for a later conversation, is if the avatars will continue into other games.
I mean, Wisps are still a thing, so...
Yeah.
Here we have a question asking us, who runs the SEGAbits Twitter account? So who's this mysterious person that runs the SEGAbits Twitter account, Barry?
It's us.
Both of us, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes we'll use, the royal we, just because I've never really liked Twitter accounts where it's a website, and then someone's just speaking in the first person, being like, I'm really fed up with this, or...
Yeah, so we just like to shitpost on there. If you guys don't follow us on Twitter, you guys should follow us, because We just shit post and get people mad sometimes. Everything we do
more than that.
Yeah, we also post our news. Any news of Sega, we post it on there. That's probably why a lot of people follow us. But we also complain and cry and have feelings and emotions, I guess. It's a lot of fun. So if you guys are on Twitter, go on there. Send us news that we might miss. It always helps us out.
Absolutely.
The last question, Entertainment Wizard. Can you guys talk about the original House of the Dead and Sega losing the source code and if they might remake the game? Let's talk about House of the Dead. The first game only came out on Sega Saturn. That was the only port and the arcade.
Yeah.
And it's never been in any collection. We've had plenty of collections of House of the Dead. You think that Sega will ever remake the first one?
I'd love to see them remake it. I just don't know if light gun games really are really relevant now. I feel like the last kind of push for them was with the what was it, the PlayStation Move, right?
And the motion control thing we had.
Yeah.
My thing on it is like I could see it happening if VR takes off. I feel like VR has kind of like nobody really wants to touch it and take it seriously. At least big publishers like Sega.
Yeah.
I think they just, especially right now that Sega's playing everything safe. They don't want to be like putting too many things on Switch until it sells. Same thing with VR. I think House of the Dead, if they remake 1 through 4 on the VR, I think it would do well because there's a lot of like really shitty light gun games on the VR and they're always incomplete. I think Sega would sweep it. I think like stuff like Virtual Cop and this, I think they would do fantastic on it. So let's hope that VR does well and it gets cheap and everybody has it and they like it and hopefully Sega ports them. That would be pretty cool.
Agreed.
And that's the end of the episode.
So we don't have any questions for you because we answered them all, but be on the lookout for future videos where we might ask you at the end of the video to ask more questions for another SEGAbits Q&A. In the meantime, don't forget to like, subscribe, visit us online at SEGAbits.com and on all major social networks. And don't forget, we love you.